Welcome back to Summa Hour Vegas. I'm your host, Renee Summer. We are on the last episode of season 1, episode 12. Yay! You guys, I am just so excited to get my first season of my first podcast finished. And I could not do it without you. I really couldn't. I'm going to get more on that in just a second. But so far, I hope you guys are all surviving the heat wave. Okay, it was 117 on Sunday. This week, we peaked at 115. So you know what that means. We're all staying inside, or we're probably all not here in Vegas, right? You guys are in California. You guys are somewhere else. Vegas and Arizona, New Mexico. These are probably not areas you guys are in right now, but wherever you are, I hope you're safe. I hope you are having a good time. And if you are here, listen, we're inside, we're in our pools, we're living it up. And just like the summer before this, guys, we will survive. So until the next summer, for now, we are bearing the heat of 2024, and it should be over soon, hopefully. So we'll get on more on that. I'm sure there's plenty of you guys complaining about it all over threads. We'll get to that in just a moment. So something real quick I wanted to talk about what Chris and I did, which was so amazing. Again, you guys are always talking about how boring it is here in Las Vegas. So here's something else for that ass, okay? Because you're so bored. We went to this amazing movie and dinner experience called Fork and Film. They are located or based, I should say, in LA, but they are making their way to Las Vegas at Downtown Cinema. They have locations in New York, Hawaii. They have a location in London as well. And this was probably the most unique and dopest experiences and, romantic experiences that Chris and I have done in a long time. So basically what it is, Fork and Film, it is watching a movie. Particularly, they've been showcasing Disney movies, right? Disney family movies, but you get a dining experience that matches the movie. Okay. So we went to go see Ratatouille, which is one of my favorite Disney movies, and it was so dope because the food was like literally coming out during different scenes of the movie. Like we got a salad in like a little mini trash can, and it was just really dope. There was some sparklers, there was some cold, what is that, the cold ice smoke in your drinks, and like we had all this stuff going on. It was so cool. And at the same time, you are eating this food during the different scenes of the movie, and it's a really cool interactive date night experience that I think all of you guys would really, really like. Now, again, when I said the food was coming out during the different scenes of the movie, so you're getting several meals during that time. You're also getting some drinks. Okay. We went from champagne to red wine, white wine. We had this little green cocktail or whatever. So trust me, we was feeling good after the movie was over. Okay. But I'm so happy that they're bringing this experience to Las Vegas. Again, it's part of the uniqueness of Las Vegas to bring experiences that you would never do otherwise. And between LA and Hawaii and London and New York and now here, Fork and Film is going to be a great addition to all of the cool things you get to do here in Vegas. So they have movies like The Little Mermaid, Soul Food, which I think the food would probably be real dope. Okay, so yummy. Finding Nemo, Princess and the Frog, another movie that would be amazing. We're talking like beignets and jambalaya and all that good stuff. Now, the price for this multi-meal course from a preset menu is going to cost you around $199. The ticket prices vary depending on if you're vegan or vegetarian, but don't worry, they got those options too. And all I can say, 10 out of 10 experience. Absolutely loved it. Ratatouille had some fire little dishes for us to try and some good drinks. So look out for the video on Summer Hour Vegas on IG and on my personal TikTok page, Renee's News. Tickets go on sale starting July 19th, and the first show is going to be sometime in August. So if you want all that information, go to Fork and Film. That's Fork N, the letter N as in Nancy, Fork and Film on IG for more information. So guys, such a cool experience. We literally can't stop talking about it. We couldn't even stop talking about it before we went because we were like, we've never done this before. We've never experienced anything like this. And based on some of the stuff I've seen on their Instagram, there's some movies that I'm like, okay, yes, I want to try that, or I want to try that, or wasn't too impressed, but let's wait for this other movie. So Right now, Chris and I, we want to see Soul Food. We want to see The Princess and the Frog. And from what we were told at last night's show, they are going to be having some fire October Halloween movies like Hocus Pocus coming to the Las Vegas location. So again, Fork and Film, go to their Instagram, check them out. I think $199 is a fantastic price because you're getting like 5 to 6 courses. You're getting at least 3 or 4 drinks, and you get to watch an old classic. So again, if you find that there's nothing to do, this works for a great night with you and your girlfriend, a little date night, or take one of your little babies out to see this movie. Of course, they're not going to drink, but I think this would be a really dope experience for the families and just for people who want to get out and watch Disney movies, all starting in August. So prepare yourselves for that. Okay, so with the end of the season here, right, there has been a lot of support and a lot of love from all of you, which I literally could not do any of this without your support and your love and your belief in me to be able to just rule this podcast game. I know there's hundreds of thousands of podcasts you could be listening to, but you're sitting here and you're listening to your girl. So I appreciate you so much. But also with some of the things that we have going on here at the podcast, I want to provide some things to you because there's a lot of value in this podcast, but also there's a lot of changes I want to make on the podcast as well. And I hope that some of these changes won't deter you from listening to the new season because we do have season 2 coming up. Okay. And I need y'all's take on it. Okay. So a lot of you have been asking about my podcast, where I do it, how I do it and all this. Well, I am sitting in a living space in my living room pretty much that I have designed myself. And with, the years of multimedia journalist skills, I would say I could round that up to about 12 years or so, learning how to set up the camera, learning to record, learning to go live, knowing what equipment to use. And since my fiance and I both deal with content and cameras and lighting, we had all of the equipment we needed and that was necessary to get started. And I know that a lot of you may not have that same equipment, right? The lighting, the cameras, all of it can seem really overwhelming. And so there's some things that I want to be able to provide to you all coming into season 2 that I think will really help a lot of you who have podcast aspirations or even just live coaching or a media center of some kind, or maybe even social media or content creating or management. There's a lot of these things that you guys are telling me you want to do or asking me about how we've been able to do those things. And I really want to be able to provide you a resource myself to help you get all of those things that you've been looking for. So I say all that to say, I got you. Okay. I'm going to use my multimedia journalist skills, and I want to be able to pass those on down to you so you can get creative with whatever media you're trying to do, whether it be, a long form podcast channel or, a podcast like this, a long form video, YouTube, how to use different hosting sites like Spotify and Podbean and all those kinds of things. And so I will have all of those things coming to my social, and you guys got to pay attention because it's there. And I really want to help a lot of you who've been asking me the question, how did you do this? How did you set this all up? And so I want to help you with all of those things. And shout out to fiance CB, because without him, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of these things. He literally helps me with the setup and the travel aspect of what we have going on in this podcast. And I think just us two working in the content field and me being a journalist, him and being in real estate, we've been able to really kind of merge the two together and really have a passion for it. We help produce, we help direct each other's videos. And so we are perfectionists when it comes to content and what we want to put out there, and also what we want to provide to our community. So that's the goal ahead of 2022, collaboration and help. What can I do to help you all succeed in whatever media you're trying to accomplish? That's what we're doing. in addition to all the fun things that are going on here in Vegas and all the things I want to talk about. So on my socials, I want you to pay attention because I'm going to put some products out there that will help you with, again, your own podcast, your coaching, your media, whatever setup you want to do at home. I don't want you to feel like you have to go anywhere. I don't want you to feel like you have to pay monthly for a studio of some kind or anything like that. You can literally do this anywhere in your home. I've seen people do it in their closets. Okay. They've set up their closets in a way, not a big closet either, like literally a coat closet. Okay. You really have to expand your mind and figure out where is the proper space for me. And I help you determine that in a series of products that I have. So first, I'm going to have a free podcast checklist guide. Okay. And this is going to basically give you a checklist of all the things you need in order to successfully start a podcast or a vlogging, blogging, anything like that. For those of you who may already have cameras or lights, you already know what cameras you want to use. If your cell phone camera is the latest of all cell phones, the 15, the whatever, and you have all that equipment and you just need a checklist, or maybe there's a couple of things you need to buy still, I have that guide ready for you. Even if you're a beginner and you just want to see the guide or whatever, this is going to be a free guide that's going to basically give you a checklist of tools that you'll need in order to get started. Okay. Following that, I have a 22-page workbook, how to start a podcast at home. This is everything from conception to finding a hosting platform to posting to getting that episode out there and published and ready for the public to hear, essentially. And so I know that a lot of you, it can literally just be so overwhelming to think about it, or to think, I don't have the money. I don't have the money for the mics. I don't have the money for... You have the money and you have the means. You just have to be a little bit creative about it. And so there's a way to do all of that. There's a way that I'm going to be talking about all those things in my workbook. My workbook also includes all the links to all of the equipment that I've gotten here, from the mics to the recorder to the fan that I have up here, to the lights, to the curtains, everything I have in here that you guys don't really get to see. I have links to all of those things, and you can find all of those both in my free workbook and the 22-page workbook. So I'm really, really excited to push those products out because I've gotten so many questions and I have the answers for you. Okay. I want to give you these answers. And so I'm going to definitely start promoting those things for those of you who are interested in doing something similar, being in the media, being in journalism, whether it's to talk about sports or an expertise that you have, or your own business. If it's another product that you're trying to sell and you want to have a podcast affiliated with what you're doing, I'm your girl. Okay. I'm here to help you. I want to see your business succeed. So again, with those products, I'm also going to have stuff that helps you with your social media content and consistency. I have consulting services ready to go to help anything that you may have going on with yourself or with your business that is media related. Being a multimedia journalist has helped me grow in so many areas, and it's given me so many skills that I feel like it's time to pass those skills on. CB and I always are having these conversations about how to do things and how to use equipment and just different things like that. And it seems so easy to us, right? Because we've been doing it for years and years, but to so many other people, it is scary. It's scary to be in front of a camera. It's scary to think that you have an audience or someone watching you, even if you are, like myself, alone in your room, right? But knowing that you're going to be talking to an audience can be quite overwhelming. And so I want to be able to just kind of give you those tools to ease that anxiety, to help you feel more prepared to present whatever it is that you want to present to the world, whether it be something like this or something less on camera. We are here. We have the skills. We've been practicing these things for years and years and years. And now it's your turn to put your money where your mouth is, or just to put your thoughts where your mouth is, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's time to execute. Okay. If you're like me, I'm a perfectionist. It's very hard for me to execute. And so this not only helped me putting the guide together, not only helped me, but I know for a fact it's going to help you so much to just get all those thoughts together, all those creative plans together that you've written down, but you haven't really started with. Now it's time to execute them. So we're going to help you with that. As I stated, this is the last episode of season 1, and I have given myself, based on all the things I've been seeing all over the interwebs, okay? Y'all are pissing me off, okay? You were upsetting me and my homegirls. Beyonce's internet is not having it, okay? It's not having it. I have made it my responsibility to showcase Black and brown businesses and activities for all on my socials. That's Summa Hour Vegas on Instagram. And I feel like, again, I'm seeing that Vegas is boring. I'm seeing that Vegas, I can't find any friends. I'm seeing that other than drinking and partying and clubs, what else is there to do? And as content creators, we have been so blessed to be able to get into these spaces to showcase all of these things for you. On social media. And I don't know if you guys have taken any action into going, but it's time to go. Okay. It's time to get up out of the house. It's time to get up out of what you're used to. It's time to get up out of that seat. Okay. And go find something to do, guys. You cannot sit here and tell me that the entertainment capital of the world is boring. What that tells me is that you haven't tapped into the right groups or spaces to be able to say, I see value in living here. And so I've taken it upon myself. Okay. As the content creator, it is my responsibility to get you guys out and doing stuff with your friends and with your family. That's more than just the strip. Okay. So that is my goal this coming season, and on my socials, I'm going to be posting a lot more activities that you and your friends can get into and actually enjoy. Okay. We talked about the mixology class last week, which was so fun. Okay. I know you guys are like, oh, drinking. Okay. But the art of mixology is a really dope thing to watch and learn from. And you start taking a little bit more pride when you're making drinks now, right? You're not going to just go to some hole in the wall and order a drink. You're going to know where to go. So I'm, going to showcase those types of activities. We went to Fork and Film the other night, which was so amazing. Obviously, if you're in your late 30s like myself, it's time to start going to some shows. You're missing out on so many shows. So we're going to bring some of that content your way on Summer Hour Vegas on Instagram, because I want all of you to just kind of look out for those things to do when you are sitting at home and saying there's nothing to do. Okay, there's plenty. I hope these changes that you'll be seeing, whether it be me showcasing activities, food, places to go that are Black and brown owned and everything in between. I just really hope that this allows you to get out of your comfort zone to go do something and meet some people. Okay, build your community. I really, really want all of you complaining to see value in living in one of the most diverse areas of the state of Nevada, which is Las Vegas. So I hope these changes will give you and give the show and my feed some more things for you all to love. And of course, we're going to keep on with those interviews. Okay. And I got some heavy hitters for season 2. So many people have been asking to be on the podcast, and I didn't realize how many amazing, important, instrumental people I know here in the community. I'm selling myself short. So we have a lot of people that I know all of you know, that I want you all to get to know on a more intimate basis. And I need to get to know some of my friends better too. So I'm going to bring them along with the podcast, and we're going to make season 2 way better than season 1. It's going to be more robust. We're going to be talking to more business owners. We're going to be going to more places, taking this remote. As you remember, we did Create Me a couple episodes back, and we went to their studio, which is beautiful. So I want to get out in the community a little bit more, share my experiences, and show you guys what Las Vegas has to offer. And all of those things are going to be now featured on my feed between now and going into season 1. And so I'm really just looking forward to more things to learn and grow from. And honestly, I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for your love and support wherever you are. Some of you don't even live here in Vegas, and that's okay. The topics we're going to be talking about, we're going to be broadening some of those topics. We're going to be bringing in people that don't live here, but talking about things that still affect us here in Las Vegas. And so the message is spreading. Let's get that message out there. And please comment below this video if you want more. Tell me what more you want me to do, what more you want to see, what more can your girl Renee bring to the table. Okay. And I would need you guys to comment. If you want to email me, same thing. I need donors. I need sponsors. I would love any stories or advice or any suggestions that you may have for this podcast. And you can send all of those things to Summer Hour Media. That's SUMMEROUR Media at gmail.com. And as always, thank you again for the love and the support. Please follow and subscribe on all platforms. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Podbean, I'm on Spotify, and I'm on Apple Podcasts. And of course, you can catch all of those exciting things that I mentioned on my socials coming up soon. I am really excited for season 2. I'm excited for the services and the products that I'm going to be providing and the experiences that I'm going to be providing. Okay. We got a lot going on that I'm really excited about. And I can't wait for you guys to join me. So thank you for an amazing season 1. I love all of you. Please contact me. I'm not that far away, guys. And I do answer all emails and comments and suggestions. So until next time, until season 2 coming soon, I love you and thank you guys so much.